Yep. We're rolling. Rolling.
Back at it again.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Respekt My Gamer Podcast. Yes, I'm the host. I guess I'm the host. Sometimes I don't want to be the host, but
it's called co-host.
Co-host. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm the co-host. Yeah, I'm the co-host. Elements MC. That's Elements with a Z, MC. And next to me, I got the brother Canis 007.
You know who it is.
Yeah.
Check me out. You know who it is.
Oh.
Look at the boy.
Wow.
Out here. Oh,
why are you
we made it 2021, y'all. We made it.
Why are you pointing?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, man, let me be who I am, right?
I'm going to let you be who you are. You ain't got to worry about that. And next to Weirdo over here, we got Comedic 7.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on? How y'all feeling today?
Spectacular.
Feeling good.
That's good.
Well rested.
That's good.
I tell people.
I can say I'm well rested too.
Well rested.
I'll be lying when I say that.
Oh.
He don't sleep.
Who?
That nigga over there.
Oh, yeah.
I can sleep now sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, your version of sleep is to like sit there like Dracula for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And go, oh, I made it.
Right.
Be up here like this.
Right. That's not sleep.
He possibly hangs upside down. I don't know what he does.
Nah. Too much work.
He's a bat, so I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Anyway, Batman. Yeah, man. We're just here for another episode of Respekt My Gamer. And if you all were here for the last episode, we were talking about a few things. We were talking about a few things in games in regards to our favorite video game heroes, as well as our not so favorite video game heroes. So they should go back and check that episode out. For this time out, we're going to talk about our favorite villains.
Everybody loves a good villain.
Villainy.
Yes. Yeah. Mad villainy. Oh, rest in peace to MF Doom.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Man.
Damn. So our favorite villains and also our not so favorite villains. Worst villains that we think that don't really deserve the title.
They're weak.
Yeah, but we'll get into that later. Right now, let's start the conversation off with something that's been not so much on my mind, but in the video game world, been discussing a little bit. Cyberpunk 2077.
How you want to bring that up?
Hey man, get straight to it.
We got to get around to it eventually.
Yeah, so
it gotta happen.
I don't want to.
I ain't played the game yet, but I've been hearing a lot about it since its release, and it's been, from what I'm hearing, it's a lot of different problems going on, a lot of different glitches, and they ended up having to refund gamers their money.
It's also a couple of class action suits because they feel like they've been lied to in the advertisement marketing for the game because it was released incomplete.
Ooh. And okay, so let's start there. Let's start the class action lawsuit.
Money. I mean, here's my thing, because I see both sides.
Okay.
And I feel like we kind of got to go back because this game has been in production for a couple of years. It was shown at the 2017
E3.
Yeah. What year is it?
2021, and it came out in 2020, the end of
right. You know what I'm saying? So I understand fans being mad when it was already waved at them for like, you know what I'm saying?
Hit you like dude on the commercial. Oh, just a little quicker than
now you got to add on top of that 2020. The world is closed down. This is the time for gamers. A lot of the gamers was chomping at the bits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For this thing.
Right.
And when they finally get it,
they'll be all right.
They have to go back and be reminded of Spider-Man 64.
Ooh, why
Damn.
Why y'all, what's with all the blasphemy?
When Spider-Man was punching like this.
Oh, you act like you had played high hands growing up. That's all it was, high hands.
You going back to Nintendo 64.
Yeah, because like I understand where the fans are mad because we're on PS4, Xbox One.
Listen here, it was people that were dropping mods to the game. It was better than the game.
Okay.
So I understand the side of the fan.
Also, let me just address the parents that clearly didn't pay much attention to these games. There were a lot of parents that bought these games for their children that were not in the 17-year-old range that didn't know that they start off butt naked at the beginning of this game, and they was upset. Like, you didn't do your research, man. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it because you didn't do your research.
All I'm saying is those little ratings that that angry parents forced on video games.
You asked for that, so
they're there for a reason,
so
right?
If
you don't, your kids see butt ass naked video game characters. This is what happens.
Look, if you tell little Billy to read, you got to read too.
These the risks. That's all I'm saying. If you don't read them labels, butt naked video game characters.
I don't have any children.
These the risks. Protect your goddamn neck. What did Jesus say?
Well, I mean, speaking of reading,
look at the segue.
You know, according to the lawsuit, CD Projekt Red, which is the
devs,
the developer of the game, right? They created
the game.
They failed to disclose that Cyberpunk 2077 was virtually unplayable on the last generation Xbox or PlayStation systems due to an enormous number of bugs. And as a result, Sony will remove Cyberpunk from the PlayStation Store, and Sony, Microsoft, and CD Projekt will be forced to offer full refunds for the game.
But can we hit a pause right there?
Okay.
For a couple of statements. If we go back to the top when you were reading what happens, the reason for the class action lawsuit.
Right.
Right at the top. You know, the part about the incomplete and everything?
Yeah. It was virtually unplayable.
This is the part where I feel they actually have a chance.
Who had the
CD Red?
Oh no, they don't have a chance.
No. They were very vocal with the fans about the need to push this game back. And the fans sent in death threats demanding they release it.
Okay, here's the issue I have with that. You send in a death threat with your little Twitter fingers. And guess what I'm going to do? Ignore it.
I mean, true
now,
indeed.
If I'm a multi-billion-dollar company, I'm going to be like, peons.
True indeed, but then
that's difficult.
But we're also in the era where dudes can drive to other towns and just open fire with assault rifles and get off scot-free. Do you want to be the person in charge?
So then they need to shut up then. Like, here, my issue is if you're going to complain and I give you what you wanted after your complaints, you can't complain about the product. I told you it wasn't ready. I told you it was not ready.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like they were
your
quite open.
Mean nothing to me now.
They came out like 3-4 times like, it's not ready. We got to push it back. It's not ready. We got to push it back.
You know, I almost wish they would have done what Anthem did and pushed it back and pushed it back and pushed it back. But, you know, they still released an unfinished game.
Well, you know, the thing is, the pressure does not only come from fans, but, you know, the pressure, these are consumers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times, you know, it's just like in the music world, you know, where like nowadays, you know, like, you know, 20 years ago, you could put out an album and wouldn't have to put out anything else for like 4 or 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can tour off that album,
that one project.
You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, because people consume things so much and so fast, I can put out an album tomorrow. And speaking of which, my new album, shameless plug, but whatever, Method of Healing is available right now. Everywhere. Go check that out. Method of Healing, Elements MC. But anyway,
available everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You know, so you can like put out something right now, and then next week they want you to put out something else. Or they want to know when you're going to put out the next thing. Because there's such a competitive thing for competitive grab for attention. You know, like attention is currency. So
just
like
dropped 6 albums.
Right. So they've been announcing Cyberpunk, like you said, since 2017, right?
I think it was 2017. I think that's when it was first first drop.
Yeah,
so at this point,
matter of fact, they didn't even have an official name for the game.
When they brought it out, it's been like 3 or 4 years. I know that. It's like
they've been waiting.
Right.
Yeah. So when you think about it from that angle, people have been waiting, and these these investors and people that put their money into the game, they don't want to lose that opportunity to lose money.
Yep.
And so a lot of times, and you I don't know if you've heard at other times where there's been what do they call the thing where they've been like a lot of these gaming developers and companies been under fire for like overworking their I can't think of the term.
But I mean, basically, it's a form of like malpractice almost.
Honestly, it's an OSHA violation. That's what it is. It's for people who understand. It's an OSHA violation,
right?
Yeah, like
you're only supposed to work so many hours.
Crunch culture.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And
that's it.
Ultimately, these people that work and put these games together, they're under so much pressure to get the game released. You know what I'm saying? Because they know people want it. Look at The Last of Us 2. It came out.
Rest in peace.
And but look how do you know how upset people were, not just at the storyline, but at the fact that somebody leaked I guess how the game started or one of the characters' deaths, right?
Oh yeah,
and we're pissed about it.
People take spoiler alerts very seriously.
Yeah, and I think because of that, they ended up pushing the game up a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So a lot of these, these companies, they feel the pressure from the investors and the fans. So it's kind of hard to say, well, you just got to wait until it's finished. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, Sony's not going to wait on nobody. Xbox not going to wait on that. They're going to say, hey, we're coming out with a PS5. We're coming out with a Xbox Series One.
Well,
that's it.
At this point, they have to look at their marketing model then.
How
about we don't start the marketing campaign until we're closer to actual completion, so you're not dragging it out and the fans don't try to destroy you.
It's hard to do that when you're for one, when you're a new game.
But they've been pushing it for 3 years.
And you're a AAA new game. You know what I'm saying? I think about
people don't have attention spans anymore. Though.
Yeah, they need something. They need to know now.
Because they waited for this for 3 years.
Yeah, but even
so let's start the marketing campaign at 2, so we had an extra year time to work on this behind the scenes, so they don't try to murder us.
I mean, Last of Us took how long? Just to, I mean, they were announcing that since like 15?
Everybody still bought it though.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, sometimes I understand you get pressure from your board of directors, you get pressure from the fans, because they're consumers,
right?
But we all know Final Fantasy VII, the remake, remastered, whatever they called it.
Yeah, the remake.
How long we wait for that?
PS2.
Everybody still bought it. But they'll wait.
But yeah,
they'll wait.
You still bought it.
Call their bluff.
No. Different ball game.
Yeah, it's a different ball game.
Different set of fans.
You're already familiar.
Final Fantasy VII fans still bought CDs.
Yeah, that's different.
And you already familiar with the game. At this point,
right.
it's a remake. So you're already familiar with the story, the characters. You're familiar with that world already.
But what I'm
Cyberpunk is completely new.
What I'm saying is your core consumers
were already
still gonna wait.
But they
still go buy.
But you have to take into account core consumers of today. Cyberpunk is a new product.
I'm talking about a new product.
Right,
they're still gonna buy it. They
almost.
Are.
No, it's not. Final Fantasy VII is not new. You just said core audience.
Right.
Core audience means you've already established that.
But no, I'm not saying core. I said core consumers. The core consumers that were going to buy Cyberpunk were still going to buy it if you pushed it back. Yeah. They didn't even need to push it back a year. They needed a couple of months to get those bugs out that are causing the issues now. I'm going to say
it once again. 2020. This is the year this nation almost burnt down.
Well, see,
do you want to be the company?
This is why I'm different, because I wasn't in
somebody acts on that death threat.
I take it.
That's the end of CD Red right there.
Casualties of War.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm saying.
It's
I understand
easy for you to say.
sides.
Casualties of War.
It's
It is
easy for you
because
to
they're
say.
my company, so I really.
Did you buy the game?
When it comes down to it, I don't care.
Okay. I thought so. You ain't buy the game, did you?
Huh?
Oh,
absolutely not.
You can hear.
When it came out, everybody said, "Look at this! Look at all this!" I went and looked and said, "I'm gonna wait."
And why did you wait?
Because I saw all the issues they were having.
Okay.
And you know why? Because I had a flashback of Anthem. I pre-ordered Anthem.
Okay.
Which was a new product, new game. I pre-ordered it, like a lot of people did.
Okay.
And we didn't even rush them to release it. We wasn't out here death threats, hurry up and give us this game. Y'all been flashing in front of us and showing all these tech reviews and everything. We ain't flip out. And they still released an unfinished game.
Who was we?
Still bought it.
Because I wasn't checking for Anthem.
They still released it.
They
marketed Anthem as the Destiny killer.
They did.
They did. Destiny's still releasing updates, packs, everything right now. For 2. They still releasing stuff for 2.
Honestly, I like the 1 better, and 2 is still going.
2 still going.
Sounds like the Anthem should have been a little bit louder.
It sounds like it should have been complete.
A better Anthem.
It's like it should have been complete.
Should have finished
but
the Anthem.
We didn't rush them, and they didn't finish it and still released it.
Anthem was the power fighters of the shooters.
It was good though. I played it last week.
Anthem was actually
it's very
spectacular. You know that happens. I mean, we've seen letdowns in games plenty of times, and
some games even decent, and they just ain't as.
I wasn't even tripping like everybody else was tripping about it. Oh, it's horrible. It wasn't horrible. It just was glitchy because it wasn't finished. You would be mid-mission, and all of a sudden you'd be back into loading screen. But they did at least save all your stuff.
You bring up another problem with Cyberpunk. Right here, I'm actually going to explain it.
Everything.
Where you just said you weren't with fans that saw a bunch of the other stuff. We're in this age where everything, we can't have just fine or decent anymore.
It has to be perfect.
Everything has to be the best thing ever, or if it got one flaw,
horrible.
It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, the worst thing ever.
Some of the complaints are honest, they're not as big. But there are some heavy ones that can stand alone on their own.
And the funniest thing about it is a lot. So apparently, people on next gen aren't having the issues.
No,
people on the,
and I'm going to be perfectly honest.
And it's probably literally because it's a next gen game. So
yeah.
Wait till you get your PS5 or your what's it called, Xbox Series X.
It got announced release upon release of the new systems. Did y'all think it was going to be made for last gen?
Yeah,
but
hold on.
Also,
but hold
they
on.
released it as for both.
Hold on. See, here's the thing. There are certain games that aren't coming out yet because they're exclusively going to be for next gen. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say that because like PS4 is still next gen, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, PS4 is current gen.
Current gen, right?
It's been current gen for like I would call it current gen for about 6 years.
Right. So when you think about current gen, and you're going to come out and you're going to release a game that's available for all systems, like like current gen and next gen. The drop off is not too okay. Like for example, when the PS4 came out, right, and then they right before the PS4 came out, they released Grand Theft Auto 5. When you played it on a PS5, PS4, it was a different experience than the PS3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or even the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. It was a different experience.
Yeah.
Where you can see the upgrade. You can see the improvement in certain ways. From PS4 to PS5, in my opinion, or Xbox One to Xbox Series One, it doesn't seem like there's you can see the definitely upgrade, like in the speed and the less loading time and the graphics, but it ain't like the PS4 is struggling. It ain't like you struggling with that system. So if you're going to release a game on both systems, you expect the game to work.
But see, here's the thing. This is one of the things. Like, what was it made for? It's different than what it was released on.
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of things like I'm I'm gonna have to go to wrestling real quick. The 2K wrestling title.
Wrestlers.
Yeah. When they were just coming over, like on both systems, on like that was like 2013, something like that, and everything. They were still on both systems. When they were made on a 3 and upscaled to the 4, you saw the difference in the 4. Like it was, but it still played like both games. When it was made for the 4, but converted to the 3, and made for the one, Xbox One, and converted for the 360, those games suffered. The lower systems suffered. This is what I'm seeing is happening with Cyberpunk. It was made for the PS5 and the Xbox One and downscale.
Or
And
Xbox Series.
Yeah.
You can tell we're Sony.
Series
Sony.
X.
We're just
So but here's the thing. That comes down to the company. Make a decision, or you got to make two versions. You got to actually make two versions of the game instead of trying to make it for next gen and convert it so it's compatible.
Here's the thing: under normal circumstances, the glitches and stuff are nowhere near this bad. But if the game isn't finished and you're forced to release it under result of threat by those that are purchasing it,
it's their decision. It's still their fault.
But you know what though? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's like an endless cycle. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have released it, but y'all wanted them to. Y'all threatened them to release it or death, and they gave it to you, and you got exactly what you expected.
The same type of people that stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was. Those were the same people.
When the funny
and now they're shocked after they were showing their faces on camera and stuff. They're shocked they're getting arrested.
Right. They're shocked that
this is the same crowd. Yeah. Like this is the same thing. You
Why is it glitching? We only made you rush it out.
Well, the thing is,
we know it wasn't finished.
The weird thing is that I've seen a lot of comments where people are saying, man, the glitches are nowhere near as bad as people are making them out to be.
That's
because they are.
This is what I'm saying. We're in this generation where everything either has to be the worst or the best. Something can't just be bad. It has to be absolutely fucking terrible. This is the worst thing.
Yeah.
It was like the game is bad.
Yeah.
No one's saying it's good. But it's not as bad as y'all are making it out to be. Like, it's still bad, though. It's still pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah, but pretty fucking terrible sounds pretty fucking bad.
Look, all I'm saying is,
I'll play it next
year. Like this is what I'm saying is it still is terrible. There's some things that are inexcusable. We've had moving mouths since Final Fantasy X on the PS2 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. On the PS4, you mean to tell me on a system like 16 years later, you forgot how to do that?
I saw a video of gameplay.
It's like there's no excuse for Cyberpunk. I'm just saying it's not his way
bad. Across like this. He was walking, but his body didn't move. He glitched himself across. He glitched through the wall. He glitched through the table. And I was like, that's what you get. You asked for it early. You didn't give them the time. This is what you get. So play it or not, or wait for them. Or how about you wait for them to do the patch updates like they're doing right now to solve the problem. Because you rushed them to put it out because you wanted it when you wanted it.
You know what, though? I mean, I think, I don't know. I mean, there's not so many games that are released that are finished. Like there's some games that are released that are like, yeah, that's a finished product. But some games they're released very early and they come out with a patch.
I'm going to tell people why, but they're not going to like the reason.
We're not going to get into that right now.
I mean, perfect.
We're not going to get out. We're not going to get into it right now.
Perfect example of that was the Avengers game.
Yeah,
a lot of people hate on that.
We're not going to get into it.
I loved it, and they patch complete.
We'll discuss.
Fixed it.
We'll discuss patchworks on another episode.
Fix it. It's gonna take time.
All right. So I mean, right now they got 2 lawsuits against them. So, man, just hope everything works out for them.
They was in a messed up position. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, big shout out to people that actually, took time out and to make the game, you know what I'm saying?
And everybody on the class action.
If you got the next gen systems, that shit is incredible. I'm hearing.
Well, first off, everybody on the class action.
I don't have it yet.
I hope you're happy when you get your $10.
Yeah,
that's how many people gonna be on this suit. Y'all only get $10.
Right.
Buy an update to the game with your $10
via check.
Right.
So y'all gotta wait on it too.
And you know how the mail going right
Y'all
now.
gonna get like a 6-week late check.
Forever.
$10.
I'm just saying.
Then when you cash it in, you gotta spend like $2.
When you get your money from your class action suit,
$8 class action
buy
lawsuit.
update to the game you complain about, because that's what you're gonna do. You're not fooling anybody.
Right.
You're gonna do it. You're still gonna play it. I don't know why y'all.
I'm still gonna play it. I mean, I'll let let everything die down for a little bit. And
I already told you, I'll play it in 2022.
I mean, I don't even have PlayStation 5. Like, I'm not in a rush to get it. So,
Nope. I let all the bugs die out these new systems first.
Yeah, I never had that issue with the PS4, but I get what you're saying.
Me neither. I still got the original 4. I just let mine. I just didn't get it on time. Everybody suffers something. I don't want to be the one to get that role.
Yeah, I play.
I let like 2-3 patches go, and then I get the new system.
I like to watch everybody else.
Speaking of suffering, being forced.
Nice segue, but what do we segue into?
You was talking. Me and Comedic over here was having all of us were having a conversation where Comedic had brought up this idea of our companies forcing players to be online, to play online.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna let you have it. This is a rogue moment. This is when
going rogue.
We have those moments of the show where somebody just feels passionate about something and they gotta say something and just get it out. So yeah, this is a rogue moment from Comedic 7.
It's gonna be scary.
It's a different type of temperature in here right now.
I'm leaning all the way away from him while he talking about it.
See, I got my hoodie on.
Nowhere near.
All right, so here it is. Basically, I have a problem with when companies try to force online on something when online is not the focus. You know what I'm saying? And it's been an issue in games for a long time. We can go back to like the PS3. First thing I noticed it in was in Metal Gear Solid, the Sons of the Patriots. Wait. Was that the one on the 3?
Sons of the Patriots. Yeah. Was it?
No.
No.
I think that's
are you saying Sons of Liberty or Guns of the Patriot?
The one that was the first release for the 3.
I should have been Guns of the Patriot.
That might be the one I'm thinking about.
Number 4 in the series.
Yeah, 5 was the one on the
Guns of the Patriot was released in 2008 on the PS3.
That's the one. There we go.
Okay.
That's the one I mean.
Okay.
Number 4.
Complete offline system. Right?
Right.
Back in those days on the PS3, online was it's not new, but it wasn't as popular as today.
Right.
So we still went over each other's houses to play games and stuff. But we didn't have to lug the whole systems anymore.
Split screen.
So if I wanted to show somebody like my data on the game or something, I could pop a USB in. Take it over there.
Yeah. Remember these? Before everybody had a hard drive?
Not in games after that, though. Because they started bringing back incomplete single-player games. They started bringing back leaderboards in games that didn't even take points. How many points did you get in Metal Gear?
I should have gotten a lot.
To do what?
Spectacular.
Exactly. So what's the leaderboard for?
I mean, I would assume it's for online play, right? I mean,
typically it is.
What was on the leaderboard? Like, was it points?
But what points was in the game?
Yeah, it was no points in the game.
Was it? I don't know.
It went off of, if I remember correctly, I think it went off of your play time, like completion time.
But that's not
and how much you completed, basically, how they did that leaderboard.
But yeah, basically, they created
they something. Was for online.
It's not a competitive game, and they forced a competitive aspect on it, and the game took a hit because of it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's skate up to some of the games. Like I play a lot of those wrestling titles.
Wrestling.
Right. I like seeing people get kicked in the face. Sometimes you want to see somebody get tossed over something. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
Total Nike.
I just find that amusing.
Sometimes when someone's foot goes into someone's chest and they go over their body and fly, it's spectacular to watch.
Right.
Even better in person.
Yeah.
It is. But
anyway.
Yeah, so currently you can't even access your saved, like your created characters if you're not online. You didn't need online to create the characters.
Right.
A lot of times you can even find a lobby where people actually use created characters online. So why, why am I forced to be online for something that's happening offline?
Because they want you to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to do it because that's what they want.
Yeah, that's what you want you to do.
Everything must be online.
A lot of the games, like also play titles like Borderlands and stuff. A lot of the like the looter shooters and stuff and things. And you'll find in quite a few of those, like if a character goes down, they still have a chance to either like one up the person that killed them, or in some of them, if you kill them, you can revive yourself. So they don't say like when you go down, they don't say you died. It's like you enter something like fight for your life, last chance.
Oh yeah, like the little countdown meter before you fully expire.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So in that, if you kill the person, do you exchange your life, or they just bring your gauge back?
And they just bring your gauge back.
Gotcha.
In titles like Borderlands.
Life for life.
Right. Now, in the first game, in Borderlands 1, if you shot somebody, like if you went down and you shot somebody, you come back. That's how this works. In the first title, they would stay there and try to actually kill you. So you would in turn have a chance to kill them.
Gotcha.
And the sequels to follow, 2, pre-sequel, 3, everything like that. A lot of the characters, they just boom and try to run away when you enter that mode. So you're forced to work with people online.
Because you need somebody to revive you. You can't do it by yourself. So basically they full on force the issue.
Right. And I mean, like if you know how to
play
set your characters
friends.
up and stuff.
I don't play with my friends today.
If you know how to set up your characters and everything, you can get around it fine and stuff. But imagine a new kid or something playing a game. They ain't been playing these series since the beginning of shooting games like the rest of us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're forced.
That's what we assume.
But some of these kids been here before.
Right.
Look, they ain't never heard of Time Splitters.
I go back to Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep it moving.
Right. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to set stuff up yet. This is their first introduction to these things and stuff.
Right.
And so now the game has been completely redesigned to screw them over.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I can see that. I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. Like you're saying that you have to always be online. I mean, even to the point where, you have they have a trophy system for every game, right? So it's like, you ever start a game and not even pay attention to the trophy system, and then you'll do something, and then all of a sudden you get a notification that you get this trophy, and it's like, yeah, okay.
All the time.
I didn't know.
You got to stay alive trophy.
Right.
I don't care about the trophy.
I didn't know. But then now it's like, okay, now the trophy is not just for you to know. Now it's for all of us to know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They got that trophy.
Now, I think it's. I see what you're saying, but I think that the way that it's going, it's just like anything being online right now. If you're on social media, how many times do we read the terms of agreement. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I do though, but
I know you.
Right.
Okay, I know you do. Okay, but I'm like, you're not the average person. Okay,
Yeah, they're not reading that. They're like, click, click, click. Let me start.
right. Let me
I
just
like
get
knowing
in.
what I'm
I
agreeing
need-
to.
Right,
I need
you know
to
what I'm
post
saying?
my
Exactly.
pictures of my
But a
vacation
lot-
so everybody can know I was in Bora Bora.
Yeah, a lot of times people take for granted. Hey, oh well, you know, hey, they're not doing any harm to me.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
But you don't know how many times your information is shared
Yep.
to third parties, this and that.
Yep.
So in a sense, that's the same thing that video games are doing, where they're like, it's not all of them, but you know, some of them, it's
Yeah.
like they're forcing you to be online,
But
you know, and it's a weird thing.
see, like the thing is, they already have the online modes and stuff. Like nothing I said was an offline thing, so it's like, why do you have to ruin the offline experience when the online is already there?
Oh well, for that is literally just because they know the more people they can get playing the game. If I can go play this with my friends, it's more of a chance that I'm gonna have replay value. You know, back in the day, you know, even though it was repetitive, just to replay that story mode or the campaign in some game.
Yeah.
Now it's all about the online play. They know that's where their money is coming from. That's where they can keep pushing. We got a new skin for your character. You want to get this?
Yeah.
Well, if you unlock this many points, or if you're online, you just purchase it.
Yeah. they know how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's all about the microtransactions, my friends.
yeah.
And I got another thing about that completely.
Another episode.
Yeah. That's completely separate.
Yeah, but I feel what you're saying. I mean,
microtransactions.
it's annoying, but it's. But I guess it's like it's not limited to just gaming. You
But
know
it's
what I'm
like,
saying?
don't purposely phase something out. It's like my problem with like stuff like Street Fighter. Don't purposely readjust the hitboxes so that because someone got a sucky internet, they can hit me. If you can't play, step off. That's it. You shouldn't have been here. Now,
man,
that's the competitive nature in you.
I mean,
No,
yes, true, but it's a competitive
consumer,
game.
But this is not a competitive world that we are. Like it doesn't work like that.
I gotta respectfully disagree because like they are esports, so they're paid. They're supposed to be professionals.
Not everybody's paid.
But here's the thing with that.
I didn't say everybody, but people can be paid. It is an official. Esports are official sports now, which means y'all should train and get better.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Don't you know where you live in? This is the instant gratification.
You play fantasy football.
Award world.
You play fantasy football.
You say what?
Do you play fantasy football? Are you familiar with it? You familiar
I
with
mean,
it?
yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay,
with it.
so
I used to play it, but
I just don't play.
There's plenty of leagues there's plenty of times where I played fantasy football, fantasy basketball.
Right.
I didn't pay into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just free. It was fun. You know, you just get into it. You know, you see what happens.
Right.
There's some people that actually spend real money.
Yeah.
Every day, every week, trying to win every week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those are different levels of fandom that you're looking at. Where it's like, esports, you can get paid. People are really serious and they take it serious and they do their thing. But it's also some people where it's like, you know, they have access to the same thing, but they don't take it as serious.
Yeah, but see, here's my thing though.
Okay.
These things, like Street Fighter and stuff, things that become esports and stuff like that, once people can claim it on a tax as a form of employment, and the company recognizes this, it's a professional sport.
Yeah.
It's now up there with things like NBA. I don't like it doesn't matter whether or not we respect it as such.
No,
it's a professional
it's
form
not
of employment.
But it's not a professional.
No, it's not a professional
game.
thing to you. It's a professional game to these people that it's their profession for.
I'm playing
devil's advocate.
You know, no. It's the same. It's the exact same thing where we're like somebody tell us hip hop is not a viable form of employment or something. And it's like not for you, but you can rattle off a couple of millionaires.
Yes, but at the same time, it's not going to stop me from rapping.
I didn't say it was.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like it like you said like it's to me. If you're looking at hip hop, if it's I mean to cut you off, but if it's hip hop, I could just be, rapping because I want to rap.
Yeah.
Or I can take it a step further and say, I'm going to turn myself into a brand, into a business with it. So
hold on.
And
But
those
it-
people
I'm
you
not
talking about, those SoundCloud rappers.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like
music.
you still can
they ain't even
download
sound.
it.
Hey, I'm not going to limit it to.
No, I mean, people like.
But I'm
people
saying
but
you still
back
can
in the day-
download it.
I mean, remember, hip hop was only supposed to last 10 years and stuff. I mean, like the legends heard the same stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Right.
I'm just saying it is what it is. The same way they couldn't all make it or whatever. Kids playing ball. Everybody ain't Kobe. Everybody ain't Jordan.
Right.
Some of them just playing for fun and stuff, but it's a professional thing over here. These games, it's a professional thing over here. When you have this profession, people are supposed to rise to the profession, not the profession coming down
I don't agree
to
with
meet
that.
everybody else.
I don't agree with that. The reason why I don't agree with that is because of this.
How much of the D leagues do
I'm
you
just gonna
watch
sit back
at
and
a
watch.
ball?
D League, how much do I watch, or how much is given to me? Ain't no D League like on NBC Sports.
Why not?
Because it's not like AAA.
That's my point.
But here's the thing: that business is made to make money. Like but it's not. It's different than going outside in the park and just playing baseball or playing football. When you right now, there's an NFL game on right now, right?
Right.
It's the business of football.
And I need them Bucks to win.
Yeah.
I just need the Packers to lose.
Yeah, do that, please. I don't fuck with Brady, but what it is, But
Look, it's that real. That's all we saying.
exactly.
I keep.
But the thing is, that's the business of football. You're gonna tune to your TV. You know it. You know they're gonna come on every Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The NFL. But
And you just said the nail on what I was saying. It's the business. When they made it a profession.
But it's not a profession for everybody.
None of them ever are.
It's a profession for a select amount of people.
Yeah.
Every active roster, you're going to have 53 people active on a game.
Right.
But there's still people in the stands who can't, who are not on the field.
Right.
But guess what? They're still going to buy Madden.
Yeah.
They're still going to buy jerseys.
Yeah.
They're still going to play themselves.
Right.
So, I don't know. But I feel like you was about to say something.
Yeah, but see, like what I'm saying. No. You can get cut off.
So here's the thing, and I know what you're getting at with them basically tweaking the game so that the people with a lower skill level can compete with the people with higher skill level because you adjusted it to basically you put a cheat code in for the people who aren't as skilled.
Right.
But we all know when you bring professional sports up, there are people that are on the bench. They're not as skilled as the ones playing, but they still on that team.
They're still on the team.
And once again, you have to realize this is a consumer world. So they're gearing stuff so that everybody who likes this game, no matter what their skill level, is going to pay. And that's what the problem is. And that's where your issue is coming from. They're gearing it so that everybody can buy it. I don't care. I don't care if you only know how to push two of the buttons on the controller. You want the game? Buy it. Play it. I want you to feel like you're being accomplished.
But see,
there's professional eaters out here.
See, here's the thing.
Dipping hot dog buns in the water.
Right.
Here's the
I don't eat hot dogs at all, but some people are like, I'm not finna. I don't put myself on the pedestal of somebody that shoves 300 hot dogs down their throat.
But see, here's my thing. Has hot dogs been changed because some people don't want to do that?
Yeah, that's hot dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything with technology.
Has NFL,
technology though. Yeah.
Has the sport, whatever sport it is, has that went down because the fans don't want to train like the pros?
Yeah, but you also have to look at esports is a new sport to the world.
Yeah.
Even though we acknowledge that it was an actual thing, it's new to everything else. There are NBA teams that have esports teams, and none of those people are skilled. But they own the NBA esport 2K team, 2K21 team.
Yeah. And I respected them.
It's like, man, I know 10 people that can whoop y'all on the regular. Y'all sponsored by Swap.
Respected them. But like I said, I feel like I don't think that like they should. It's almost like saying that you have to, in order to buy this game, it's not like a game rating.
No.
It's not like, oh, this is for mature audiences. So that means you 12-year-old should not be playing this. You may play it, but you should not be playing it, or you shouldn't be the one that comes to the stores and buys the game.
No, absolutely not.
It's different than that.
Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
We still bought Mortal Kombat. We still bought Street Fighter. we still bought Tekken, Soul Calibur, any of them.
You had
Put
money
hands on people in them games.
Any of them.
Go ahead.
But
So
you
got money
knew
like that?
you knew who could play. You knew who was just playing for fun. Everybody played, but you knew who could play.
But see,
Do you know what I'm saying?
but there goes the issue with online play. Everybody can play everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is where my money comes from. I need everybody
Exactly.
to interact.
It ain't about your.
I'm not saying that you're wrong in your feelings.
Right.
I'm just
I'm
saying
telling
that.
you why it's happening.
But see, I'm like, and I completely get that, but everybody was already playing.
Yeah, but
Everybody was already playing
why-
Tekken on Dark Resurrection.
But once again, why do I want to give you the option of not playing where I'm going to make more money? I want you to play where I'm going to get money, so I'm going to force you.
Right.
But it was already going there. Everybody was already nuts for the.
If it was already going, then there will be no need for online
But
play.
see, I want these people that aren't doing it. Now I'm gonna make you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's exactly what it is.
if it was never.
And I know that, and that's what I've been saying.
You know,
and
I've been
like,
good for the
why,
offline play.
Why do you have to? Like, and the thing is, I'm at the exact same point with this exact topic where I am with like hip hop. And I'm like true hip hop fans.
Okay.
Like now,
well, that's
no,
a fickle subject too.
No. Did you see the quotation points? I'm not saying true hip hop fans. I'm saying true hip hop fans.
So-called.
Right.
Purists.
Right. Now, whereas in the point where I'm making, I have a more problem with the fan than the bad product.
Yeah.
Like I'm more mad that y'all are okay with them forcing a bad product on you than I am. Like it's the company's job to get away with doing something as cheap as possible to make a bigger profit. It's their job. It's your job as a consumer to demand a better product.
True, but here's the thing. You also have to look at it from this angle. It's about everything is subjective.
Yeah.
So when you think about a bad product, I'm the type of person that I can listen to Common, Talib Kweli, like Black Dog, The Roots. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to them, right? And then not too long after, I can listen to Master P. I can listen to T.I. And to me, it's not a drop off. Yeah. It's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
But see, the issue is
this is what I did think.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying? The issue is who gets to determine what's a bad product.
Here's my point though. It is when it becomes a profession, there's supposed to be guidelines and rules and regulations. Like, what if anybody just did whatever they wanted?
Like they do now?
The complete people act like they don't. What if anybody just imagine if everybody was LeBron and just traveled the whole court? No dribbles.
Well, see, the issue is that LeBron is like Cyberpunk in a sense.
Yeah.
You've already, you know what I'm saying? You've already been talked about and praised for so long that it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't mess up.
Right.
Or even if you don't achieve something as much as your predecessor in a sense where, it's not going to matter as much. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So it's like, so that's what I'm saying. Where as far as like, I guess my question is, do you want an answer? Like you're asking why do you want an answer?
This is one of those things where I feel we can't honestly answer. It's one of those
things. I can answer, but I ain't going.
No. I'm not saying that we can't answer in that sense.
Okay, but
I'm saying we can't get an answer because it's never going to end.
Exactly.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's one of those things that you have you ever had something that was so maddening you had to bring it up? You don't expect the satisfying answer.
Yeah.
Or anything. But it had to be addressed.
You need to vent about it.
I demand satisfaction.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. Absolutely.
Well, hey.
You're not finna get the thing, but you have to bring the dumb to the light. Like,
hey,
like y'all be a subpar product.
We all got to vent, bro. We all got to go. So that's your road moment. That's an interesting topic, you know what I'm saying, to think about. So, yeah. Okay, cool. I think this segues into our next section of the show where we actually discuss who are our favorite and not so favorite villains in video games. Um, this
What
is
shall we start with?
and we're gonna start with you, Comedic Seven. So we're gonna start. Let's start with the what should we do? Should we do least favorite or our favorites? You know what? Let's start with our favorites. I'm just gonna go ahead and
let's end with the horrible.
Yeah, let's end with the bad.
End with the bad.
End with the bad.
You know what?
So
we're gonna start with the best. Screw it. You know what?
Best of the best.
Might as well start with the best of the. Start off on a good note.
These are
like 2020.
The best villains.
So,
in our opinion. Because we know how y'all gonna be in the comments. Who's not the best? That's my opinion. My opinion.
Right. All right. So, y'all know I play a bunch of them. Not necessarily mainstream titles. Sometimes they're more. They ain't weird. They just.
You say they ain't weird. They're a little off to the left
sometimes because I like when funny stuff happens.
It's all good.
A little off the main road. You know. Sometimes you gotta take the side road every now and then.
Seen a hand just come down from out the sky and just grab somebody. You hear a voice and say, "Come on, boy." It's funny to me.
He is the only person that ever finds these games. Like, I never hear about him until he says this. I see it like, why? But why?
Because it's funny.
But who wants it? Only him. I haven't met anyone else.
What you got, bro?
But we're gonna start off number 3.
Okay, so you put them in actual order, or like you.
Yeah, one is the top.
One is top.
One is the top. One is the top.
Okay.
So number 3, Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII.
Sephiroth.
And all
fan favorite.
I have to include all appearances, like him across games, because for you to understand why he made my top list, he don't die. You got to destroy the planet to destroy him.
Yes, that's pretty extreme. Yeah.
Sorry, Candace didn't mean to block you out, but
I am Sephiroth.
Yeah, this is Sephiroth. You know, I wouldn't be surprised you looking like this. So
it was one point when I had a sword that size.
I was just gonna ask, you see how to Odachi?
I gave it to Deshaun.
No, okay.
It was for his training.
Right.
And for the well-being of the world. That I didn't have it any longer.
Look, things happen.
I'm just saying this. Candace 007 shouldn't have weapons that are the size of him.
Okay. Why Sephiroth though?
Okay, so dude, basically ex-soldier, found out he been like mad screwed over and everything, decides I'm gonna lean into the side that screwed me over and actually set out to destroy the planet. Because he had sales from like an alien that crash landed there on a meteorite from many years ago when they found out
mother issues.
Yeah, in like all senses of the word. For real, for real. But basically, like, this dude can just keep coming back. Do you know how much hate you have to decide that this one guy that y'all deemed a failed project, by the way, Cloud was a failure.
Yeah, it's true. This is true.
I'm going to specifically annoy him at every stage of his existence. I'm going to send hooded cloak people to follow him and stuff, mess with his mind, even though he already has post-traumatic stress disorder and this is so, like, he's a schizo too and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So let's mess with the mental patient. Right?
Which is twisted in a whole different level.
Yeah, exactly. See what I'm saying? He has the power to summon the sun to hit directly you. The rest of the planet is fine. The whole sun come down, and it hits just you. You know how much hate that takes? like you know what I'm saying? Like take a moment and think about that. The rest of the planet is protected, but you finna catch this ray.
Y'all saw Endgame, when Thanos broke off a piece of the moon just to hit Iron Man with it. That
whole moon, though, just whole thing. Specifically, you
how
though.
angry you got to be at somebody to hit them, like in specific, just you with a sun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then basically, everybody that played Kingdom Hearts 1 understands my comment hand down. If you fought him in that Coliseum, you know why he's top 3.
Irritating. One wing, and they have nerve to call him one winged angel. That's a demon. He's a demon.
So that's why he's number 3.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So who we got at number 2?
Number 2, same series, different number, but from Final Fantasy VI. Kefka Palazzo.
Kefka. Okay.
Kefka.
Palazzo. Lollapalooza. Okay.
Yeah, he's basically Squaresoft's Joker.
Wow. Okay.
Let me rephrase that. He's Squaresoft's Joker that has the power of magic and military training.
Damn.
So
I don't like that.
as mean as you thought I built Sephiroth up to be, right?
I don't like it.
Sounded bad, yeah.
At this point, he sounds Sam Jackson, bad motherfucker, right?
Right.
Did he win? Cloud got in that ass, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, handle business.
Kefka actually destroyed the planet.
The whole planet.
Wait, so a villain who succeeded at his
He cracked it in half.
Villainy.
And y'all left with the fallout.
Damn. And this was Final Fantasy VI?
6.
See, I didn't get into 6. I really
started
got into
to
7.
7 was my first one.
I don't think 6 was released here in English.
And that's why we know.
I think it was just in Japan, actually. I think it went like Final Fantasy 1, 2, 7 here or something. It was some weird.
Wasn't he in Dissidia?
Yeah.
He's a selectable character in Dissidia.
Yeah, you can find Kefka in Dissidia on the PSP. I think he's on the PS4 version too. I ain't played that one in a while though. But so you can see him on updated games and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, a villain who actually completed his task is very rare.
And I mean, he's Joker insane with the might to accomplish it.
Right.
He's top 10. He's top 3. You know what I'm saying?
I see. Good pick.
Okay. So, number 1. Best villain.
Okay.
According to Comedic 7.
Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2.
Oh, you were such a pain.
Now, Kefka destroyed the world, and he's under Jack, right?
Okay.
It's top tier villainy right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Jack's villainy is like through and through to the bone. He's one of the villains that you hate. To show you how much you hate this villain, his voice actor, Damian Clark, is the current voice actor for Cell in Dragon Ball stuff.
Makes sense.
Right.
I hate his voice.
Yeah, there you go.
I hate his voice.
There you go. Same level of pissing you off. Yeah. Now, this guy, he actually strung his daughter up and did experiments on her because she's okay. In this game, there's like anywhere from like 6, possibly 7 beings in the universe called sirens. They're supposed to be like the strongest things in the world. His daughter was one of them and everything. So rather than, hey, my daughter's going to be somebody, hey, I'm going to enslave her to do my bidding against her will.
Villainy.
I don't like that.
Villainy.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you're going to be evil, be all the way evil.
Right. Literally, this man is having a conversation with his boss. It thinks, you interrupt me again, I'm going to strangle you. You hear another recording. His boss is saying something. He's in there. You hear his boss stop breathing. He's like, stop, you're choking me. He's like, no, choking is when something is obscuring your breathing. What I'm doing is called strangulation.
Correction. I'm killing.
God.
This is the guy.
I need to like do that Like not to that level, but I need to figure out a different way where somebody says, "You're doing this." No.
You know what? You know what that was too. That was the extent of this is what you're doing. You're talking right now. I need you to shut up.
You know what I'm saying? This is the guy that I put for number one. Why? Because he's that messed up in the mind.
Okay. That's a
That's
that's a good list.
quite devilish list.
That's
you
a
got
good
there.
list.
Straight
Dang.
from
I mean,
Hell's
should we
Fire.
just get the worst out of the way for you, or just should we just like go to best?
Now we come back.
We will come back to the.
You do
come
all
back?
the best and do all
Oh,
the worst.
okay,
Do
okay.
all the best and do all the worst. I'm scared to
Well,
see
okay. So you got Sephiroth,
Yeah.
number 3, and number 2,
Kefka.
Kefka.
Yeah.
And then number 1,
Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack.
Yes.
Jack. That's a very punchable name.
Oh, wait till you see him.
Someone named Handsome Jack,
Hey,
you want to punch his
Wait till
face.
you encounter him.
Just punch his face.
Yeah.
And
I
this is from
remember.
the Borderlands series.
Yeah.
I remember.
Borderlands 2.
I remember.
Oh, okay.
Punch your face.
Well, that was yeah.
Yeah, he got a staple on face. So
Yeah, it's punchable. Highly punchable.
Oh, staple on face.
Because
Where your
he
hands- okay.
well, I told you what he's done.
Yeah.
Right.
He lost the first one.
Cool. So,
Came back for more.
Canis 007.
Now,
What could you possibly have?
he sounds a little
It's your
worried.
number 3.
Man, damn, why we let him go first?
What could you possibly
He
have for us?
goes last from now on. Never mind.
Number 3 for you, sir.
Number 3. For those of you that played Metal Gear Solid, this is general by the name of Revolver Ocelot. Now, see, my picks for some of my villains are more for my hilarity.
They're your picks.
Revolver Ocelot was literally a career soldier, seemed to be an elite. Pretty much until he ran into, the Solid family.
Things different.
The snakes, were bioengineered to be soldiers, so they kind of top tiered them. But this dude's like, he's working with the Patriots, who we found out were the ones behind the scenes and of everything that went wrong in the world in Metal Gear Solid. And also find out that he kind of has been sneaking around, kind of running things, creating his own little organization, kind of upending and taking over things as we go. He's quirky, possibly insane, depending on how you view it. I tend to like to, everybody has a fidgety thing they do, a fidget spinner or something like that. With his fidget spinner were revolvers. Mid conversation, you be talking to him. He said, "I'm just gonna twirl this while you're talking to me, so you can remember. I can shoot you right now. I'm a marksman. I can kill you whenever I feel like. That's how I feel about your life."
My thing is kunai.
I'm not gonna say my thing. Bladed weapons. Okay, I'll say it. But he, I just enjoyed his villainy because it was petty.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily trying
Sounds
to take over
petty.
the world right away. I just want to stop you from doing what you want to do because it's fun to me. That was his life.
He was straight mid-boss level petty. Like, he wasn't destroy the world petty. He was destroy your world petty.
Right.
I agree. I dig this one.
This is Frank in the video game. Comedic 7 is a villain. I just want y'all to know that. He's going to be on my other list. My second one, Dominus Gall from Destiny 2.
Okay.
He literally comes in with an attack on the world in order to literally steal the light from the world he wants to conquer. The source of your power is this all-powerful light. Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
He looks like what should be an end boss. He looks like end boss.
Yeah, he
a lot of
does.
hardware.
He's cuts you off from the source of your power, where you have to find new ways to tap into it in order to even get your special abilities to combat him. And then when you finally make it to him, he uses said power against you.
This is one of those, the amount of hate, the amount of petty.
His own right hand man, who, if I remember correctly, was his father, he murdered because he just decided, you're not seeing things well like it, Dad. You gotta go. You gotta go. Your top general just questions you once and dead. Just dead. That's some good villainy there. First thing he did was come and take your power. The thing that makes you special, I'm gonna get there first and take it.
Okay.
So your whole plan is just upended at this point. No matter how elite you are,
Gone.
You don't have it anymore. It's mine. I want it, so I'm going to take it first. He didn't do what most villains do and come out there and monologue. He showed up and took immediately.
It's mine now.
It's mine. I'll see you on the last level. You can try to take it back.
Damn.
That's how you should do it.
So
yeah.
Number 3, Revolver Ocelot.
Yes.
Number 2,
Dominus Gall.
Yep.
And
number 1,
my favorite film from one of my favorite franchises, Devil May Cry.
Oh.
So which villain we talking now then?
Oh, there's only one villain to talk about. There are many, but there's only one top tier king of evil, but not quite so evil, but he's definitely a villain. Virgil. Virgil is the twin brother of our hero, Dante. He's literally the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
When he's evil, where he's both. This is what he does. This is what he likes. He enjoys villainy. His whole thing is basically, that's him.
Yeah, okay.
Holding the Yamato's legendary katana, demon weapon. Oh yeah, did I mention that he's a half demon?
Yeah.
Literally, throughout the games, his whole task has basically been to undo everything that his father put right before he was born.
If y'all watch anime, he says Shomaru without the little girl to keep him sane.
Literally, if Shomaru never got humanity, he would have been Virgil.
Yeah.
Virgil has impaled his own twin brother at least 10 times. At least 10 times. He has also severed his link to his humanity to become more of a demon.
Yep.
Just to get it back and get more powerful. Literally an unkillable villain. Even when you think he's dead, he comes back every single time. He literally has just been cast into hell and escaped multiple times. Just because I need my brother to know I'm still here and I'm better than him. I'm better than you is his whole mentality. Okay. Even to the fact of his own son. We find out later on Nero is his son, who has this nice power called a Devil Bringer in his one arm that is linked to Virgil. First thing he does in 5 is show up and not cut off, because he could have done that. He ripped his own son's arm off to reclaim his piece of demon power that got bestowed upon his son.
Yep.
That's how he kicked off the game. Yeah, you know what? Hey, son, give me that. Not a cut, a rip. You know how much ignorance it takes to rip a limb off of a human?
Just that's because not ignorance. So that's that's
But he's half demon.
Yeah,
half demon. Not really sure about the half part, but he's half demon in body, but all demon in spirit. Virgil, my favorite villain, and just pretty smooth dude. And katana, main weapon, gotta love it. Favorite thing in the world. So yeah, that would be my 3.
Okay.
Virgil.
Now big up those choices.
Yeah, I mess with those choices.
Man got his own thing. And he did his own thing when they show up. That's why I like Sephiroth. He shows up, he got his own theme song. Right. Your villain, he come with music. That's what I'm talking about.
Ask you for a soundtrack. How disheartening that is. All the other villains before him didn't have music.
Yeah, that's kind of
like you used to the stage having music and stuff, but this one guy just get his own song now. It's just, hold on, wait, what?
Everything stops. It changes up.
Like,
the
be
whole
prepared.
Mood the sky gets
and you got to remember, this PS1 wasn't a lot of voices yet. This song, where everything else was orchestra, had people chanting. Chanting his name.
King Petty.
As he descends to come fuck you up. Know how much I'm better than you gotta go through you?
Okay. Wow. Well.
Best of the best.
All right. So my favorite villains in video games. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Vas Montenegro. You see how he just popped up right there? Like,
he looks like a creep. He
is
a full-on creep.
Yeah,
he is. He lives up to the look.
Yeah,
you see him in a dark alley, you're gonna walk the other way.
Yeah, you could say he's the he's not the main antagonist, but he's like the secondary antagonist in Far Cry 3. Mostly in the first part of the game. And basically Far Cry 3 is an open world game, and you're basically this random dude, I guess, that's like with his friends. They come to this island. They want to party. They want to just they live in the rich white life. So they're doing their thing, and Voss is he grew up on the island, but the guy he's working with this other guy. I know his name is Hoyt, but I don't know his. He basically like works for him. Like he's taking him in to Hoyt is like basically raping the village. He's taking in slaves and all these different things. And so Voss works for him, and Voss gets really bad. He gets a bad addiction to drugs. What drugs? I don't know, but drugs. And basically, you encounter him. At the beginning of the game, you encounter Boss. The character you're playing it as is his name is Jason, and you're partying, and all of a sudden, you know how movies end up where you're partying somewhere and you're so unaware of what's going on, and then next thing you know,
boom.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
The whole time Villiany has been on approach.
Yeah, so
Fontaine voice happened this summer.
Yeah,
Die Hard.
With
and
vengeance.
Yeah, so basically, I would say he captured and he tortured this I guess the in-game celebrity and his cameraman. Um, I guess it's like they were hired to like beat the odds and survive in this real like the name of the island is called Rook Islands, and they were like hired to like survive in this whole like the survival shows be fake and shit whatever.
Right.
So Voss, he basically he creates this group of pirates where they basically torture and rape and steal from people in the land, and so he hears about Jason and his friends landing on the island, and he basically says, okay, I'm going to go welcome them. But he ends up taking them in, and he kills a few of his friends. And Voss is just crazy because he pops up everywhere. Every time that Jason thinks he gets away, what I'm saying, throughout the island, like he uses Jason gets familiar with the people on the island, and he's trying to find somebody else that they found out that's alive. Found out that he's alive. He's trying to find them, but Voss is everywhere. And he keeps repeating the same phrase to you. Every time he captures you, he's like, what's the definition of insanity? You know what I'm saying? And that's doing the same thing over and over again and
expecting
a different result. And he basically like he'll go into that spill and then he'll like say some other crazy shit. Then he'll just say he'll start to repeat it all over again. So Voss is out there,
Yeah.
but he's so he's so like his character is like you gravitate to him because he's so unorthodox in a sense where it's like, you know, he is crazy. Sometimes you get villains where they're just kind of just, you know, they're just dark and they're just kind of like they don't have any personality to it. They don't have any, you know, like I appreciate villains like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of just come with their own quirkiness to them where it's like you kind of you start to like them. You know what I'm saying? That's how Voss is for me. You know,
I like when I can hate you.
yeah, and you kind of, but the thing is, you don't hate Voss. You just be like, damn, like he literally like should have killed the main character. I think 3 times already.
See,
in the
Voss
game.
was like he was like a smart crackhead with the might to complete his threats.
Yeah,
it was a real
Smart
weird. Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's all I got for that. Okay.
He always pop up like a crackhead.
Hi, what you doing? Huh?
You know what I'm saying? He just always just pop up.
Yeah.
He's not stupid.
He's not stupid because the main character always thinks he gets away. Or he gets close, and then all of a sudden, Voss be like, hey,
gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha again. Thought you had me.
Smart crackhead.
Yeah.
With the might to try to complete the threat.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. He don't care.
At all.
At all. You know what I'm saying? So he's number 3 for me because he's always been captivated for me. Like, man,
so he's literally zero fucks if it was a person.
Yeah.
Like he sold the game. Like your character, it's a first person view. So you don't. I don't even think you ever get a view of your character. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember, but
on a box.
You know the villain up front. You know, and that's far. And that I think ever since then, that's been Far Cry's calling card.
Yeah, because definitely
they put the villain on the front.
One, and when you put the picture up, it's all that guy.
Yeah,
like, I knew his face.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Okay.
So that's number 3 for me.
He does look.
See, I dig that.
Number 2. You know, I'm trying to. Man, I can't decide between number 2 and number 1 because they're interchangeable, really.
Who annoyed you more?
What's that?
Who annoyed you more? When you can't go off personal thing, who annoyed you more in the game, like the gameplay of?
So
let that be the tiebreaker.
That'd be okay. Then I'm going to go with this character.
Like who annoyed you more? I say they get the number 1 spot.
I'm going with GLaDOS. GLaDOS, from the game Portal, which is a very cool puzzle game.
I heard. I dabbled in Portal.
Portal is a very cool puzzle game where you basically literally use like these portal guns, and you have to like move certain objects in certain areas by using your portal. So it's like if I shoot a portal at the wall, and then I shoot another portal at the floor, I have to like, you know, make it to where something goes through the wall and comes up and might hit a switch in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you're using them to send something somewhere to accomplish.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And it's really good, but it ain't shit without GLaDOS though. GLaDOS, if anyone know what it means, it's a genetic life form and disk operating system. So basically, just like Far Cry, it's a first person game where you're it's a fictional computer system, and you're basically on this fictional planet, and I can't even say it. No, she. Yeah, GLaDOS is she. So she basically, you wake up and like you're trying to get to this off this planet, and you're basically GLaDOS is the narrator for the player, And what you're going through is these different test chambers. And, she has a robotic voice. And then basically, like her personality, it really comes across as like, she's like very passive aggressive. She's witty, narcissistic, and she's sinister. Like, so she can joke with you. Like she has a very joking side to her, but then she'll immediately follow up with a threat. You know what I'm saying? And then apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that within the
same breath.
Same breath. You know what I'm saying? Same sentence. And so like the whole thing is though, like it's like at the game, you feel like she's helping you. You're supposed to feel like she's helping you get through these test chambers. And it's this whole idea of a cake that you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? And like if you ever hear me say, the cake is a lie. Because like it's like you know how some people grow up and they say, hey, if you just get straight A's, if you just do this, then you'll be okay, right?
Right.
Exactly. The cake is a lie. So that's basically the experience that you go through with in Portal, is that you're doing all the different puzzles trying to get out, but you're actually uh like helping her, GLaDOS, the character's helping GLaDOS like destruct, like basically destroy the entire lab. You know what I'm saying? And but it's, man, she is so like devious with it though, because like I said, you're throughout the whole game, you're basically having fun and feel like, man, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cool,
hey,
yeah.
That's what counts in the mission, right?
And you at the end, then you get to the end, you realize, oh, wait a minute, you're not helping me. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to help yourself, like you trying to destroy me and everything around me.
You're doing my bidding,
right? But it comes in such a way where she's so cunning. You know what I'm saying? She's so like, she makes herself relatable to you.
Gotcha.
Like it's truly a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? And but it's like it's a good dive into the psychology of just of people and their different sides of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like at times we can all be like, any of us can be like that, where it's like, yeah, we're joking, but at the same time we can be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we can be serious and
like, that's great, but I'll kill you.
Yeah, like very very complex, very complex. So that's number 2 for me, GLaDOS. If you haven't played the Portal game, I highly suggest that you check it out. I don't think it's available for the PS4. I think it's on the last gen. So
I have to go back to it. I only played like a little bit. Like I ain't get far in that.
yeah, it's a good game, and they came out with a sequel, and it's a similar character. Not as good as GLaDOS, but
still a jerk.
Yeah, still a jerk. Yeah, so that's I would try that. Now, number 1 for me,
top tier.
This man right here.
God. Did you hear my reaction? I hate his face.
Yeah. Mr. Parole officer himself, Edgar Ross, from Red Dead Redemption.
Once again, someone with a very punchable face.
Yes.
1 and 2. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. But he's really more annoying in the first Red Dead Redemption. And the second one is actually the second one is a prequel to the first one. So you encounter him, but you really have to deal with him in the first Red Dead Redemption. And the first one, you're basically playing as John Marston, and it's just you're out in the Wild West. It's the early 1900s, and you're in the Wild West. You're surviving, and but the thing is you, your wife, and your son, and y'all trying to live a simple life. But I mean, if you play the second Red Dead Redemption, it's not so simple. But anyway, you basically reminded of your past choices and decisions, and you're basically I would say, a slave to Edgar Ross in simple terms. Edgar Ross, he basically, you know, reminds you, hey, look, I know what you did, I know what you're doing, so I'm gonna need you to do some things for me. So throughout the game, you're doing different things, and Red Dead was the same company that makes Grand Theft Auto. So it's an open world game. You're on horseback, on a wagon, you're going into town. It was really cool game. Um, so you're doing different things, you're robbing trains, you're you know robbing people, different people's hideouts,
Very
and
good life.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. You going to bars and saloons and playing, card games. All doing what you would think is cool to do
A good
in those
outlaw
days.
life.
But Edgar Ross has other plans. He basically wants you to do different things for him. Not so legal things. Like he might need you to kill somebody, need you to capture somebody, need you to you know get some money for him. And here's the thing: as John Marston, as the character you're playing as, you're thinking that you do enough of these things, you're paying off your debt, you're good.
Huh?
No. At the end of the game, or towards the end of the game, you think you did everything, and you've gone after the people that he's suggested, and you get to the point where John Marston thinks that he's cool. Then all of a sudden, Edgar Ross shows up to his house with a group of uh, what would we call them? Uh, I like he basically shows up with his own platoon, and they all
Marauders is what I
yeah,
like
there
to
you
say.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
So he shows up with these marauders, right? And
Goons.
Riders on the
basically, John knows what's happening. So he sends his wife and his son off. Say, hey, look, I'll meet you here. I'll meet you there, wherever. But unfortunately, we all know what's going to happen. So Edgar Ross, he ends up getting in, confronting Marston and tells him to turn himself in. But he's really not asking him to turn himself in because he knows John is not going to turn himself in. So a shootout occurs. You know what I'm saying? John, he takes out, quite a bit of people. But he ultimately met with his demise, and he's basically shot dead by Edgar and company.
Yep.
So, uh, the thing is for me, what makes him the worst villain for me, or my favorite villain for me, is that it's basically there's no good ending to that. Well, actually, there is. Um, Years later, John's son grows up, gets older, and he actually seeks out Edgar Ross. Edgar Ross at this time, he's retired. He ain't doing much no more. He just, you find him down by the riverside, fishing, whatever. And, you know, and in the sense that Edgar already expects what's going to happen. So it's basically a standoff, between John's son and Edgar Ross. So, his son got his revenge. But it's just the idea that you went through the whole game doing something like trying to pay off your debts, to somebody, and at the end of it, you get killed anyway.
He was like, dead.
Yeah, and it
Forever.
was just like, man, like you got to be really cold blooded to be like to make me work for you, and thinking that I'm getting ahead, and you still gonna kill me.
Free labor.
Yeah, that's some devious shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that he's number one for me. Edgar is a he's a whole hoe out here.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good there.
So,
Yeah. I like that list.
right.
Yeah.
Now, let's just quickly get this bullshit out the way with these not so great villains.
Now, when we say not so great or the worst villains, we mean like they're horrible at what they do. They annoy us at the end where we hate them just for who they are, not for the things they did, because they can't quite get the job done.
Yeah, they just, I don't know if they're bored. I don't know if they're just lonely, or I don't know.
Like, what's your purpose, bro?
What are you doing?
Why are you here?
Why? So,
Go away.
Comedic, we're gonna start with you again.
Oh, okay.
First ones. Let's see.
So-
I don't like the laugh he did. I don't like it.
All right, we about to jump right into it. Yeah. So number 3, I got Rugel Bernstein. He comes from SNK, the King of Fighters franchise.
Him with the orange pants.
Yeah.
Okay, he looks.
I mean, to start off, dude,
Annoying. He's annoying.
he looks like Terry Bogard
he does.
with like 90s hip hop overalls on with a fake mustache.
Right.
So you know he's set to annoy you to no end.
Remember that character in True Lies? when he thought he was like, like he was really like a Secret Service
Car salesman.
Yeah. He's like
A car salesman that was pretending to be a secret agent to
Yeah,
scheme
that's
on
who he
Buddy's
looks like.
wife.
That's who he looks like.
Yeah,
That's who he looks like.
Yeah,
that's who he looks like.
It is a
Oh,
porn
man.
mustache he has.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's terrible.
70s porn mustache.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Nobody.
Who are you? Tell me what to do.
But yeah, now this guy, fighting style wise, he was programmed by SNK to be like the cheapest thing ever. So much so that they had to. He might be the first nerfed character in existence. They couldn't release the actual version that they wanted to deal with.
Okay.
It was incredibly cheap.
Okay.
If you fought him, you're willing to say that's some bullshit. I dealt with the cheapest thing walking.
Right.
He's that annoying. Whatever y'all thought about Shao Kahn and Mortal Kombat 3 and all of that, deal with Zero and talk to me. I mean, deal with Rugel and talk to me.
Okay. Well,
Now, his thing is he's an arms dealer. But just people he beat up, he just want to make them into statues. Show me the logic in this.
Can't.
No.
Got nothing. I tried. I have nothing.
He's
It's
just,
stupid.
yeah.
I didn't even try.
Like when you really just gotta like think about it, and you're willing to go on the stretch with a lot of villains that come in games and stuff like. I mean, we grew up off Power Rangers. Rita Repulsa she stayed on the moon and hated on children. And she was a threat. We're willing to extend the olive branch to people. And Rugel just sounds stupid. This
Okay.
is what I'm saying. He's a bad villain.
Okay. Well, who you got? All right. That's well, he looks like a horrible
He's
thing.
a terrible
So-
person too. Just
He looks stupid.
Right. All right. What else you got?
Number 2. Kuro Kirishima from Project Justice.
Project Justice.
This is a Capcom fighting game. It was the sequel to Rival Schools.
Okay, there we go.
I remember that game.
What's with his fingernails?
Yeah. Now,
What in the Freddy Krueger?
oh man, it gets worse.
It's like Freddy
So what
Krueger,
in the Lee
Prince,
press
and,
songs is going on here?
it's like the Joker, Prince, and Freddy Krueger all combined.
Had a baby.
Yeah.
The ugly baby.
So what this guy is, he's basically the evil mastermind of the Project Justice game. Like he's the top boss.
Okay.
He has plans for world domination.
You should. Look
What
at that.
what Rival Schools is exactly how it sounds. It's a bunch of teenagers fighting each other.
Fighting.
Okay, yeah.
So his plans for world domination was to take over a Japanese school.
Okay.
First mistake.
This is how he sought out to accomplish world domination. We ain't even gonna try to get a gun and rob a 7-Eleven. Like he's not trying to get ahead in any form.
The high school, though. That's what I want.
Now, when you realize how dumb his plan overall is, let's look at how he goes about trying to do it. He then proceeds to dress up exactly like the lead, he came in and tried to be the Fonz. It was like he came in trying to mess with the baddest motherfucker, just trying to act like him.
Okay.
The main character is named Batsu. He decided to call himself Vatsu.
Wow, he didn't even try.
At all.
It's just okay.
At all. And his first thing, he goes around and tries to beat up chicks.
Okay, now wait a minute.
First off, he sounds like a pedophile.
Right.
He looks like a pedophile.
I'm just gonna go into high school with my Lee Presso nails and pretend to be this other dude, but just change one letter and then beat up girls.
Right. Okay.
How was this going to help him take over the world?
Exactly.
He wasn't even taking over the block with that.
So you don't think the baddest motherfucker gonna have a problem with you coming through, messing up his chicks and impersonating him?
I would have a problem with that.
First my name, good sir.
Yeah.
I challenge you to a duel.
Right.
Pap, pap. Somebody got to die for that.
And this is somehow supposed to lead to world domination.
It's
Nobody
nobody's mind.
This is like that old school South Park. Like first we get the underwear, then step 2, then step 3, profit. Like
Right.
I'm missing the whole step 2.
But you never said what step 2 was. You heard me.
This we take over this high school.
Hey,
And then we got the world.
First, start an LLC. Step 2. Step 3. Step 4, generational wealth.
Right.
Like,
Hey, what happened to step?
like there was silence in the middle of there.
Right.
I need you to speak.
But that's why he's a bad villain to me.
Okay. All right. Those some pretty bad villains. So, what you got at number 1?
Number 1, Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat.
God.
You knew it was coming, didn't you?
I did.
You knew it was coming, didn't you?
I did.
I don't even got to list the plethora.
Don't do it.
As soon as I saw that you was picking fighting game characters,
Just don't
it had
do it.
to be Quan Chi.
We ain't finna spend a lot of whole time on.
I'm just going to do one reason.
He's
Okay.
a loser.
One reason.
Oh wow.
So, you plan to break out the baddest motherfucker out of jail. The one person whose hate was so strong, he was granted a new body made of fire to come down and cast vengeance on those that killed him. You plan to free him to do your bidding, right? Which he did. And then you screw him over and tell him, I did it.
So yeah, all those things you thought your mortal enemy did, that was me.
Now, he's essentially, dude that you screwed over is essentially Ghost Rider with martial arts training. All the shit. Ghost Rider gave Thanos a penis stare and had him looking like a retarded Jim Henson Muppet. And he don't know martial arts. Scorpion can do that. It's powered by hate and rage. And can kick you.
By the way, I destroyed your clan. Deal with it. Oh, he did deal with it. He dealt with you. Put hands on you, boy.
And you thought, like, you hired him to do the stuff because you couldn't do it. And thought the person that it's a good idea to inform him that I fucked him over, the person that I can't beat.
Smart. At the end of all that, I would have gave him a nice pat on the back. Good job, sir. You did great.
Smart. Very smart.
You did so good.
I got a long
Scorpion,
list
you are
of other
amazing.
reasons why Quan Chi is not good. The nigga don't plan well. It's I mean,
Well, obviously.
there's a whole list of stuff that he's done wrong over the years.
It's like he's a villain just because he wanted people to say, you're a villain. Yes, that's all I wanted.
But he's supposed to be this
I'm not gonna
mastermind,
clean
but
anything.
undermines himself every step of the way. But yeah, Quan Chi's number 1 on my bad villain list.
It's like having the Desert Eagle and then looking down the barrel and saying, I wonder what happens if I pull the trigger. The hell? The skull gone.
Who's that peeping in my window?
Wow.
Nobody now.
Who's that peeping in the window?
Like, you idiot, what did you expect to happen?
Right.
It's a rage. It's a spirit of vengeance. An unstoppable spirit of vengeance you unleashed on the world. You said, I did it.
You looked at him. You looked at him. You looked at him looking at you.
In his flaming eyes through his skull that has no flesh on it. He tells you, I did it. You thought nothing was going to happen.
Right.
Stupid.
Okay,
And then went back into hiding in the place where he lives.
Thank you for the horrible. What you got, bro? We're gonna try to crush this.
Okay, so we're gonna go
in.
So
can't deal with horrible.
I've decided to change my order a little bit.
Okay,
but we're gonna start with General Shepard
oh.
from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Once again, one of these games I haven't played, but I've heard about these characters.
I played that game.
So General Shepard, supposed war hero, great general, basically gets a blank check from the government to create a task force to go after a terrorist and take him down any means necessary. Should be, easy job. You get elite soldiers, you send them on this mission.
The best.
They are getting the job done. You send them on a final mission, which has 2 locations, because we found a location of the person we're looking for. You got 2 different locations. Okay, cool. Let's split it up. It's 4 of you. 2 of you go that way, 2 of you go this way, because we're not sure which one he's hiding at. Here's the thing. One team, comprised of one of my favorite characters from that whole game, Ghost. Love the guy. Never saw his face. Never saw his face. He goes there. They get there. It comes to mission. I ask you, do you have the DSM, the thing we're looking for? Did you find it? Yeah, we're good, sir. All right, cool. I'm going to roll up with my people and blast you in your face. You and your boy in your face. And not to kill you right away, just to maim you so that you get a chance to live through me betraying you. You look me in the face, I betrayed you directly, and then you're watching as me and my men push you into a shallow grave and pour gasoline on your bodies, only to be interrupted, because I leave now, because it's like, I don't need to watch it finish. The messed up part is his whole thought process on this was to fuel the military machine. It wasn't even to take over anything. It was I need more soldiers to enlist.
He was a swordfish type of person.
This man was Uncle Sam to the extreme. Fight for me, but I'll kill you though. But still fight for me though. It was no purpose behind it. It made no sense because he still wanted to take the terrorists out. Let me finish my job then, dude. He did it literally because he wanted all the glory. Like, bro, you could have come with us. We would have let you pull the trigger. We just wanted the job done. We didn't care how it happened. Why you got to kill me? This is what this dude would be on.
Okay.
I heard all
that's
that.
Not nice.
Yeah,
it just was stupid. It made no sense. The mission you wanted done still needed to be done. So why not let me finish it?
Right.
That's just stupid.
God.
Be your own people. Be your own people.
So, number 2 for me.
Who tops that?
This is a game called Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh.
There's a villain in it by the name of Arkham Knight.
Him.
So here's the thing. Arkham Knight is Jason Todd.
Right.
Who was the second Robin.
Known as Red Hood.
We know him as the Red Hood, who was a spectacular villain / anti-hero, depending on what day it was.
Yeah.
Literally, depending on what day it was.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't hate him because necessarily he's a bad villain. I hate him because creators of the game were lazy. They literally just took the Red Hood story, dropped it in this game, and called him the Arkham Knight.
It gave body armor. Right.
Gave him new armor, everything. It was the same story that said we directly want you to just go head up with him over and over again. We gonna throw the Scarecrow in there, make it seem like he's a little twisted. It was the same story. They were late. They didn't even try.
Here's the thing.
They didn't try. They could have made a whole nother character.
They tried to lie to us about it though. Like the movie didn't. Like the Under the Red Hood movie didn't just drop almost.
It literally was the Under the Red Hood animated movie as a game. They didn't even try. It was the laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't. I love Jason Todd as the Red Hood. This, I don't know what the fuck this was. It was just stupid for no reason. Like, why are we so lazy? Just create a new character. It's a game. You can create a whole nother character. Or at least, hey, how about just make him the Red Hood? If you're going to steal his story, if you're going to make the story and the character be the same person, just let him be the Red Hood. Right. You got to be the Arkham Knight. To the point, messed up part is the Arkham Knight is now in the comic books as a whole nother character.
Yep.
And Gotham with this new future thing that they did that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Whole different character, female character at that, who's now leading the inmates of Arkham, who have now become a resistance fighting army within Arkham against this new elite problem they have.
Yeah.
Just
I ain't get all into that yet.
People, the gameplay of the Arkham series is spectacular. This is the best Batman gameplay I've ever seen. Yeah. You feel like you're actually Batman. I'm getting lazy with the main villain. God, his name's in the title, sir.
I ain't even like the boss battle.
Stupid. That's stupid.
Like, why am I playing Choplifter?
The only thing good about that game was the fact that after you went through all that, you got to play as it.
Yeah.
As the Red Hood. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dope game.
Losers.
I love that sniper rifle revolver thing you got.
It's spectacular.
Okay. So that's number 2. Okay.
So, yeah.
Number 1.
Who do we got?
It's going to be a little controversial because some people probably think this is the hero of this game. Whatever. The main character from Shadow of the Colossus, his name is Wonder, which was lazy too because he literally wanders around the game space. Wander, yeah, that works. See, here's the thing. There's a deity in this game that sends you on this mission because you're supposed to kill these 16, they call them giant titans. That's what they are. They're titans. Anything that's the size of a city that walks around is a titan. I don't care what it is. Greek mythology says titan, I say titan also.
Mama name Clay?
Right.
Yeah.
Dormain sends you around because you're supposed to destroy them in order to bring back, let's see this, 16 different ones you're going to bring back one girl by killing 16 magnificent creatures.
That's a lot of creatures.
To bring a princess back to life. Uno, not a civilization, one girl. One girl. Only to find out that the deity that sent you on this mission just wanted you to kill them because they were in his way.
Yep.
You're a pawn. You're not. So you are literally, you find out that you literally are the villain. You killed these magnificent creatures that weren't bothering anyone. They're just walking around in their world.
That's some Maggie Ross shit.
You a villain.
Just saying.
I don't care. Anybody understands that you're a villain and you were sent by this godlike deity, a demon, to go destroy these things that were in his way and stop him from doing what he wanted to do.
I'm just saying, God spoke through a dog to tell somebody to kill people. I'm just saying,
burn it all. That's literally what this was. It's like, and a lot of people say, I love that game. Oh, you like killing things for no reason, huh? To save one girl. Mm-hmm. One girl? One princess? One.
Really?
One
girl?
One. It wasn't even a good reason to kill 16 giant creatures. One girl. That's it. I got to bring the princess back. This was if Link was stupid. That's literally what this was. If Link was an idiot, he would have been.
All right, my bad. Okay, well, interesting choices, sir.
I like to make my stuff weird.
Right. Now,
Shadow of the Colossus. sneak up and murder the Colossus, what they should have called it.
Right. All right, cool. I'm gonna be real quick to this. I ain't gonna take too much time with this. For mine, okay?
All right.
We're gonna get to it. Okay? Let's start with an oldie but a goodie. Bowser. Classic villain.
Classic jerk face.
We're not gonna get into the whole makeup of Super Mario Brothers right now, but
you say villain, I say hero.
I mean, we're not getting into that. Either way, Bowser serves no purpose after a while to me. You're introduced to him in the first Super Mario Brothers. He kidnaps the Princess Toad, right? You kidnap her, and Mario and Luigi, go on this quest to get her back. Okay, so you go through all these different castles, and you basically jump. What do you call them? Goombas.
Yeah.
Jumping on Goombas and different things like that. And you're going through the whole game to get Princess Toadstool back. Super Mario 2, the exact same thing. Super Mario Brothers 3, the exact same thing. Super Mario World, the exact same thing. Bowser is basically doing the exact same thing every time out. I mean, I haven't really gotten too deep into the whole Super Mario World like that, but at a certain point, it's just like, well, what's your purpose, bro? How do you find yourself in this position every time? Like, what are you doing?
Save the princess.
But, okay. Obviously, to do what with?
When Mario come and steal her, he got to come get her back.
The whole world that he lives in is repetitive. He's living in Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, but he's choosing to.
Let's do it again.
He's choosing to. He's like, I'm going to get you again. I lost you. I'm going to get you again. Lost you again. I'm going to get you back. Like, how many times are you going to go through this? They took her again.
Dang it.
How do I get her back again?
Come back here, girl.
I'm going to put her in the same hiding spot I had her in the last two games.
Yeah, she was in a different castle.
Right. There you go. It's not a red castle. It's a blue castle now.
This is literally just a story of two stalkers fighting for dominance.
There you go.
I'm the better stalker. No, I'm the better stalker.
I'm going to be honest. This is really like the story of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. This is the first episode. You got the two stalkers. The Lawrence brother was a stalker. He got her name out the garbage. He got a phone number out the garbage bin.
Stalker.
The other dude that looked like Severus Snape. He was he already had pictures of her, and that was like their first time talking.
Advanced stalker.
No, I'm good.
That's in the bushes stalker.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need that.
And they both sitting over here fighting for the chick that don't think none of them is alive.
We're not going to touch on that.
Same story.
But I mean, yeah, it's like Bowser. It's like at a certain point, it's like he's not the worst. Well,
bro, you got castles. Bro. Why are we worried about this? You got castles. Live your life, bro.
Yeah, it's like
voice trailed off right there.
It's like you have the potential to not be the worst, but you choose this.
Chose his life.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not agree with me. He just whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not even to conquer the whole world. It's just to get her. That's it. Dr. Robotnik was getting trying to take over the whole world. Bowser wants Princess.
He's Joe from You.
So anyway,
you got a whole castle, but her though.
This next one is it's even worse. It's not even a main villain. It's just an annoyance.
Well, this is the worst villains.
Yeah,
he's a side chick.
It's annoyance. Why do I have to? Why am I even dealing with you?
He's side bitch villain.
Look at this picture first of all. For you all that watching this,
is that a straw coming out of the cup?
He $40 at Uber villain.
it's like
drinking his wine from a spinny straw.
he got the pinky finger up though.
Pinky
finger, got the long straw. I don't know what that is in the glass.
This wine.
He got his face covered. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is Fat Man from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yep.
Okay. So he's one of the, few people that you got to go through to get to the main boss. But here's the thing with him. He's like a bomb-wielding villain where basically not only is he a bomb-wielding villain, he rolls around on skates.
In an oil rig.
In an oil rig.
And it kind of makes no sense. He's wearing a bomb disposal suit and he's the person setting the bomb.
Yes.
He's wearing
He's failed at every accord.
That's what they wear to go dispose
on skates in an oil rig.
In the middle of the ocean.
And he's still fat.
So in an area where it's slippery already.
I'm gonna put on roller skates.
I'm gonna put on roller skates and place bombs around different areas.
You forgot one part. It's slippery.
It's slippery.
You got
right.
on skates, and it's also rocking back and forth because it's a ship.
Yeah, it's a ship. So, do you hear this?
And he chose this. He chose
this.
He
said,
"I will wear my skates today."
This is gonna set the world on fire.
Big Boss said, "This is what I need you to do." He was like, "Okay,
the skates though.
I'm gonna shut the club down.
Cool.
I got you.
Do you want me to get like inline skates or like the regular skates?
I just want it done.
Okay. Cool. Can I get something to drink, please?
You got skates? No.
Well, he has a drink in his hand.
Get some drink.
Where do you have time? Where the drink come from?
Yes.
We only have wine.
Yes.
Where you get it from?
Yes.
And a bendy straw.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you see this conundrum?
On the oil rig.
On the oil rig.
Bendy straw on the oil rig.
On skates on a ship, placing bombs down. And
wine.
all it took was three shots from a lethal firearm for you to defeat him. Yeah.
It was useless.
Yeah.
Useless. Yes. No purpose.
Yeah. Who spent time in the writing room to say, hey, let's create this character and let's make it a part of this thing, of this crew?
I bet it was somebody on their team that looked just like him.
You remember Harlem Nights with
I like skate.
With the little Arsenio Hall character?
That's what I was just thinking
was shooting everybody. They had they had the assault rifles and
do one dude
pap. You point. You are useless.
Pappy pap.
He says, "Shut up!
Stop shooting that ass shit!
Stop losing that shit!" That's Fat Man right there.
Don't shoot that shit no more.
The reason that got me is he looked at them and then shot over them.
Right. I shoot them. Bow. Ain't shoot nothing. That's Fat Man. So I'm moving on from that because that's making me mad.
Don't skate no more.
So next one, my number one worst villain, who was also mentioned in the first episode as one of the worst heroes because it's very complicated. It's complicated. I don't know how to. I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can.
About this again.
Yeah, we're gonna go through it again because it is what it is.
All right. Let's go.
Abby from The Last of Us 2. The reason why I say she's the worst villain.
He's trying to make you sympathize with this waste of muscle.
That's part of the reason why she's the worst villain. It's because it's really, 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 really hard to sympathize with Abby. But they force you to do it. You know, characters like the Joker, you can kind of empathize with him because you see where he came from. You see what he went through, in a sense. And he's also, he also leans on the side of, this is who I am, right? You know what I'm saying? I've embraced this.
Yep.
And maybe it's because, he comes from the comic book culture, he's like, you don't really have to take him that serious, but when you really get deep into the Joker story, you understand, you're like, damn, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is with that and Abby is harder because, well, for one, there's really depth involved. Like, no holds barred. It's depth involved in the game. And Abby ends up killing
Dan Tanner.
pretty much. Dan, like
Father of the Year.
Picture any they had those polls like what was the worst TV death of all time? Like Abby will be the one that kills all of those choices. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's just hard because you basically you take out the hero in a lot of people's opinions from the first Last of Us. You know, you basically take him out, and the thing is, when you play as a character of Abby, they walk you through the journey of trying to understand where she's coming from, and I get it. I understand. Okay, you know what? I understand where she's coming from, but it's also hard to. It's like you don't want to like her. You don't want to like her. You don't want to. You don't want to do it because the way that she kills off the other character, Joel, the way that she kills him off so quick, so fast, it's like it's not even fair. Like you didn't even give up. I mean, I understand it's a zombie apocalypse game, and they don't the zombie apocalypse, anything that's related to that, they don't care. They don't care how attached you get to character. You can watch The Walking Dead, you can watch Fear the anything. They don't care about your attachment to the character. So I can respect that.
Dead.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's a red shirt.
Right. But
no name tag.
It's really hard. It's really hard to like step into the shoes of Abby and then walk away from it like, damn, I gotta play as her. I gotta like relive this whole journey at the same time as Ellie, who's the other main character. I got like the similar timeline of events. I gotta play as her, and it's like you start to realize, damn, I'm actually rooting for her. I'm actually trying to help her, but then you realize, damn it, no, I'm not supposed to help you.
I hate you.
I hate you. I'm supposed to hate you, and it's just crazy to me because that's why I said that she's like the worst hero and she's the worst villain because she plays both roles, and it's just very complicated, and it's like she shouldn't be the villain, but she shouldn't be the hero. So it's like I got to put you on both lists. You got to get you know what I'm saying. It's like I understand what you've been through. I understand what you're going through, but at a certain point, it's like, whew, when is enough enough? And I think that's the backstory to the game overall, in the sense that when is enough ever enough? And that's a different topic when we talk about uh, violence or the story plots in certain games, like just trying to figure out, hey, when is enough enough? So that's why I made her the number one worst villain, because it's like
I agree.
I wanted you to be the villain, but me having to sympathize with you, it's just hard, bro.
Listen here, I wanted her to die face down in the ocean at the end of the game, and I wanted her to I wanted Ellie to push Lev out into the middle of the sea without any oars, just because I wanted Abby to know I killed you and the thing you love.
Right. Man.
That's how I felt about her. And I played as her for half the game. Hated her guts. Hated playing as her. Yep. I just need the game to be complete. If it wasn't for that, I'd have let her die multiple times when she was up on the little raptors with her fear of heights. Fall then.
Right.
To your doom.
Yeah, so that's
and I respect that list.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Especially that last one. Yeah. Hate her.
So
great game.
There you have it.
Two for me.
Our list of excuse me. Our list of best and worst villains in video games. It's a pretty good discussion.
Also, let me reiterate our opinions of our best and worst.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
Don't start.
Look,
you can have your own opinion.
Respect.
Right.
That's why it's called Respekt My Gamer. It's me, okay, not yours. You know what I'm saying? It's just, hey, we can respectfully disagree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, that's all it is. So yeah. So I think that's I think we can call it a day for that. That episode. Man, we want to thank you for tuning in and listening to our long rants.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Our sane insanity.
Yeah, appreciate you listening. You know, it gets better from here. You know, it's our second episode, so we plan on doing this. You know, again very soon. So just keep in tune with us. I go by Elements MC with a Z. My boy Canis 007, Canis 007.
Find me everywhere.
Yes, and
Anywhere there's gaming.
Comedic 7. That's you can find us everywhere. Respekt My Gamer with a K. Respekt My Gamer at Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and just you know, stay in tune, man. You know, we got some more coming. Any parting words?
Put some respect on my game.
There you go.
What he said.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.